All right, so I'm standing on the corner of a 47 acre piece here in a very, very special neighborhood. We had somebody that was looking for a farm, and we went and looked at a couple farms, and I said, dude, this is the farm that you need to buy. And he said, really, over the other one? The other one looked a lot more visually pleasing. I said, yes, this is the one. And there's several reasons. A, I know this neighborhood. This neighborhood is premium, premium, premium. Number two, there's gigantic ag out here. I mean, thousands of acres of ag and big, big timber, and it all comes. And there's only a couple little fingers to the west of here, and they both feed in, and this is where it starts becoming big woods. And it's just a square, but behind me it rolls off into the creek bottom. The creek bottom is just beautiful. It's fairly open, but it's really tall grasses and stuff. It's very, very good thermal cover. And then beyond that is a perfect south-facing slope. At the east end of that bottom, the creek makes an oxbow and makes a killer rut stand. But what I'm most excited about, and what he was kind of concerned about, is the fact that this farm, the south line, it sits off of the gravel road by about, probably 600 yards, 800 yards. And, he was thinking that this easement access was a negative. But I was like, dude, this 8 acres of tillable or so that you have here, if it was on the road, it would just be on the road. There's some things we could do, but it's a lot better being back here, and the field rolls perfectly. And so we've got this 8 acres that we're coming at, or this 8 acre field that we're coming at from the south. Dominant winds, especially those evenings that we want, the evenings that the deer we're after are gonna walk in October. Magic X days. Got the west and northwest winds. Okay, so we're gonna walk right down this corn edge, and the blind will be down there on the right. We've used this fence so that we can get away with just enough crop to make it through the year, a couple acres, and as much as we can in perennial green. So the rest of that is gonna go into alfalfa. The neighbor across the street there with the alfalfa bales will be able to bale it. He'll have a little bit of income, and it'll be hands-free. So all he'll need to do to maintain this place in the future is come in here, put some fertilizer out, and plant some corn. So trying to make it easy and strategic. So lots of perennial green that beats the heat, beats the drought. That perennial green is king for green. The cornfield, and we're gonna let these deer load up in here because of all this green and this food. And then we're gonna leave this fence intact through the season and strategically open an area down on the far end so he's got less to manage with the fence, and it creates a funnel into the mowed corn in front of the box blind and the tree stand. So we're gonna have a box and a tree stand in the same exact, basically, spot. When conditions are ideal, we'd all rather be in a tree. When conditions are ideal, he'll be in the tree, and when they're not so ideal, in the box. Because we've gotta up our odds by being there on the nights he walks, even if the wind is marginal. Another thing about the layout is that ditch is gonna suck those thermals super powerfully in October, which is, basically the key to hanging a stand in October. So we got the corn planted, sprayed. He built the fence the other day. We got a road we're gonna maintain here from the southwest corner of the corn all the way down, and then returning to the woods is gonna be about 20 foot wide of switchgrass. And because the ground is so high and flat out there, that'll be enough to screen the green from the road. So basically, like I said, these deer are gonna pile out in this giant green field, and they're gonna come down here and pinch between the corn. And that north edge of the corn, I left a little bit of an angle, so it's a nice, kind of funnel, if you will. They're not rounding bends and stuff to get there. So I'm gonna hop in the sprayer, and I'm gonna burn down everywhere where the alfalfa is gonna go this fall with some Roundup 2,4-D.
Most of the best farms, they don't ever hit the market. A lot of our farms sell prior to ever being on the market. We have a pre-market buyer list, and that gives you the ability to put your email in there and follow along as we get projects underway. We'll blast out there, the first email you might see is, we got this 80 coming available in Southeast Iowa, and a lot of people already are looking in an area, and it gives you that ability to get in on something before it actually hits the market and gets gone.
All right, so this is the spot where everything is based around that little red oak tree right there. which we'll shoot to, and it's a gift. There's a ditch that comes up behind it. You can get down the back side of it and shoot into that ditch if you have to, even though the corn's gonna be screening you. We cut some trees out of here, and we made a trail system, a strategic trail system, and that main trail comes up and out of this cove right here in bow range. And then that electric fence from the corn tapers, and even when we take this down, we're gonna mow this corn in a way that a lot of that stays standing, and they have to come down to this end to get in to our bigger mowed area just by shaping that corn. And then again, it kind of fades away, and this whole entire gigantic alfalfa field all pinches down here, and by nature kind of funnels, just makes this corner just hot. We'll put they're gonna wanna scrape on all these branches anyway. We'll probably eliminate them, put a tree koi right here, and it's gonna be sick. So, super pumped for my buddy Jay. You guys all see Jay all over Discord. I think he's gonna kill the biggest buck of his life here, October, if conditions are right out of that tree, and if not, out of the box right below it. So we do a lot of this kind of thing where somebody buys a farm from us and we kind of make the plan for them, and sometimes they implement the plan themselves and sometimes we do. So this is an example of, you know, this guy's buying this farm and we are setting it up for him as part of the deal, and it's going to be ready for him this year to just come out here opening day and start hunting and be in the game. So if that's something that interests you, we got several other farms available that are undeveloped so far, so we could show them to you and come up with a plan, and you guys can do it yourself, or we can do it for you like this.